to flare the feet or not to flare the feet? That is the question. You see a lot of this covered in a typical Golf Digest article, but they're not telling you one thing. They're withholding important information. So right after this, I'm going to reveal the real answer to whether or not you should flare your feet. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. I continue my journey to hit the ball longer and straighter off the tee because that's just what makes golf fun. If you agreed, you'd like to join me, hit the subscribe button for all future videos. Support the channel by hitting the like button if you got some good value out of the video. And of course, leave a comment down below, even if just to say hello. All right, so Golf Digest talks about it, Golf Channel talks about it, Ben Hogan talks about it in his book, 5 Fundamentals, and that is flaring the feet. What a lot of folks will recommend, especially on a driver, and I would agree with this in general, is that you want to have the front foot flared open or angled open. So here's square, and there's about a 20 or so degree open flare. Maybe it's 30, probably closer to 20. Now my right foot, my preference, my right foot is probably flared out, only about 10 degrees or so. This is a total of 30 degrees there. But like Paul Harvey said, now let's hear the rest of the story. So I have given, I don't know how many thousands of lessons in my career, but I can tell you that not everybody shows up physically equal to other people. I've seen enormous ranges from people missing fingers, people who can't open their hand up, people who have been shot up in combat, all kinds of stuff I've seen. And I can tell you that no two physiques are the same, and that includes the way the feet and the legs are oriented naturally. So here you've got, of course, you've got kind of a pigeon-toed person, someone who walks kind of more pigeon-toed, and there's some people out there like that. Probably more common is, you know, a little bit more of the duck walk, like this. A lot of people just naturally walk with their legs turned outwards, and they walk kind of like ducks, like that. So you can think of people, I bet, that you know in your life that have either one of those. Which one do you fall into? Are you fairly straight? Do you duck walk, or are you a little bit more of a kind of a pigeon-toed walk naturally, or just when you stand, you're kind of more pigeon-toed? Well, leave it down below in the comments. Let's do a little survey. Now, in order to know how much flare is right for you, see, if I told you that just cookie cutter, that you should be flaring your front foot 20 to 30 degrees open, it might feel incredibly unnatural to you because you might be a pigeon toer like this. And so someone who's pigeon toed, just for them to put their legs straight, their toes straight in front, might be all the flaring that they really need to get the extra range of motion that comes with it. This might feel so awkward that it throws them off balance. Now, for somebody who is a little more duck-like, this way, they can kind of allow the left foot to flare out a little bit extra. They can definitely go out to 30 degrees. But what I would be careful of if I was them is making sure that this back foot doesn't get flared out too much, because getting that too much, well, I support going maybe a little bit at 10 degrees if you're not dead square. Getting at 20 or 30 degrees like this and actually standing like a duck, I think is going to give you some problems with your pivot and weight shift on your backswing. All right, so keep those physical differences in mind when you're reading your next article of instruction on whether you should flare your feet or not. Make sure that you take your individual differences into account, whether you're toed in or toed out, and position accordingly. Now, for me personally, I really like going about 20 degrees flared open because it makes it feel like I can get my body around the corner a little bit more freely without putting any stress on my left knee or my lower spine. But you're going to have to play around with it just a little bit to see what you prefer. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and as usual, I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Everybody, take good care.